In this video, we'll be looking at how we can create a tower block like this. So we've got a lot of repetitive design information in here. So all the floors are the same. They're all the same layout, same design. The only difference is being the entrance porch here and the plant room sat on the top. So the way we're going to do this is, first of all, is draw out your floor plan. And this is going to be the same for each floor going up. So there's a lot of repetition. So we draw it once rather than keep drawing everything more than one time. When we look at the front elevation, we can see I've set a story height of 3 meters for each level. And when we look in our 3D, we can see that I've put a lot of the design information in that I might need. So things like the kitchen, I've drawn it in here so that when I duplicate this, I'm not having to keep redrawing everything. I've also, when we highlight the floor, you can see the holes in the floor. So there's a hole in the floor where the elevator shaft is, where the risers are, and where the stairwell is as well. So this is how we're going to create it. So once you've got your design drawn up and the floor plan is complete, the first thing we're going to need to do is actually create some more levels, because if I go into an elevation here, we can see we've only got this level here. So the first thing we're going to do is create how many levels we're going to need. So to do this, make sure I'm in the architecture tab, come up to level. I like to use the pick lines and then set my offset to whatever I want my story height to be. In this case, it's 3 meters, so 3,000 on there. And then when I hover over this existing level line here, you can see I can click, and then it creates the next level 3 meters above it. And same again, all the way up. Just make sure that when you're doing it, that the blue dotted line appears above where you want to be. And you can put in as many as you want, depending on how many stories you're going to need. And then just escape key to stop doing that. So we can now see I've got these stories here. This level 8 here, I'm going to use this as my roof level. What I can then do is go back into the 3D, and I'm going to select everything. So I'm just going to cast a box over everything in 3D. So that's now selected every element within that ground floor there. And I'm going to go into... where are we? Modifying search. Yep. So I'm going to go into copy. So up on the left hand side here, I've got this copy to clipboard. So just click on that. Then when I've got the paste, just click on the paste with a little down arrow below it. And this time I want to paste to align to selected levels. Now, when I'm in here, I'm going to want to choose the levels that it's going to be pasted to. So I don't want it pasted to level 0 because it's already there. If I do that, everything will be duplicated. There'll be 2 of everything at level 0, which I don't want. So I want between level 1 and I actually want it between level 7, because level 8 is going to be my roof level. So with level 1 selected, I'm going to hold down the shift key and then press level 7 and it will select them all. Or you can just go along and use the control key to select which levels you want it to go to, depending on how you want to do that. Click OK, and then we need to wait because it's going to take a little while to duplicate those that many times. And now we can see we've got this looking a bit more like a tower block. So all I'd need to do now really is start adding the bits to it that I wanted to. So for the roof, for instance, there's multiple different ways you could do this. The way I did it on my drawing on this one here was to just increase the height of the walls that are surrounding it once I'd put the roof on. I can quickly show you that if you want. So if we go into level 8, because that's going to be my roof level, I will need to in here, just in the underlay base range level where it says none, I'm just going to go for the level below, which is level 7, just so I can see where I'm working to. On this one here, I would go into where are we? Roof, architecture roof, and I'll probably just pick this felt roof here, and then just take the rectangle drawing tool and just draw out the size of the roof that I would want. Just click that into there, like so. And then before I hit the green tick, I would just take off all the roof slopes. So where here it says defines roof slope, just uncheck that. And then green tick, so that when I go back into my 3D, I've now got this roof sitting on the top here. What you could then do is just this wall here, just going to add a top offset to it. So if this one here, let's say 600, and you can see it's just dragged that wall up onto there. And then you could do the same with all the others, the walls on here. So top offset, call that 600. and that brings that up, and that starts to give you that little parapet wall around the inside there. On my one, you can see where I've drawn it, I've actually added another wall on top of this floor, so I've actually created this floor so it comes flush with the outside here. That's a detail you could play around with as much as little you wanted. I've just drawn more walls up on the top here for the plant room and for the top of the stairs. Will have had to have, if I go into my 3D on this one, you can see you've got this top staircase coming up here. That one there would need removing, so you need to get rid of that so the stairs only go as far as where you want them to go to. Little things like that. And then at the bottom here, because of the way that this here is been copied and drawn so it matches all the way up, you might want to you would want to just change the bottom here as well, but that's what it does. It gives you the idea that once we've got one level drawn, you can just duplicate that and then add to it afterwards, and that's how you duplicate levels.